Okay. So how do you see the automated lending markets progressing over the next year or two, especially with regulations and everything, or
Well, I mean,
impending
automated lending
regulations?
markets, yeah, they don't like from the protocol's perspective, the protocol is just code. So you can't regulate the code. That's obvious. It's more you have to worry that the individual actors would be regulated. But if you're comfortable trading on Uniswap, I imagine you'll be comfortable lending on Ajna. It's really a personal decision. We might face hurdles to institutional adoption because institutions can't deal in peer-to-peer markets, but actually like Ajna is flexible enough where they could set up their own siloed markets where they have whitelisted actors. Like it's really just a primitive. You can use it however you want.
Got it. But just like the overall DeFi lending markets, like how do you see that growing over the next year or two? Like how do you see it progressing?
I I think it goes to Oracleist protocols like ours. I mean, that's why we're building it, right? I for instance, I don't think that we're going to steal the major pairs from the big guys. Like I don't think Compounds and Aave are going to lose their dominance on ETH to USDC lending. But I do think that if you look at the way these cycles have played out in the past, assets don't start as blue chips. They start as small venture assets and then they grow into blue chips. And those small venture assets, they will be on Ajna first. And then I think once that happens, because of Ajna's innate capital efficiency, they will have no reason to leave. So if the next blue chip token ends up on Ajna in its infancy, and it starts to grow to a multi-billion-dollar asset, then I don't see why it would switch over to an Oracle platform because our platform is just, or our protocol is inherently more capital efficient.
Got it. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Um, and I guess like so, what would be the trigger for mass adoption of DeFi automated lending markets going forward
Define mass adoption within the current ecosystem or within the broader population.
within the broader population?
I don't think that has anything to do with lending markets. Like lending markets will be another thing you could advertise to people that they could use in DeFi. But really, we need to expand the universe of crypto assets in order to do that. Like, unless a lending market is only as good as the assets that it can service. So if there's no assets that the average person wants to hold, then they don't need a lending market. So we need to make more assets that people actually want to hold.